The city of Alberta is facing over $800,000 in damages caused by wild boars in the downtown area. Due to a lack of natural food sources, the boars have started to seek food in residential areas. They frequently rummage through garbage bins. This behavior has increased environmental pollution rates by 20% to 50% each year, raising the risk of respiratory diseases for residents. The frequency of wild boar attacks on the city is increasing, with each group consisting of 20 to 50 animals, further heightening concerns about the psychological and physical health of the community. Faced with wild boar causing harm and pollution in the city, Canadians installed fences to prevent these animals from entering residential areas. These 0.08-inch thick galvanized steel fences are carefully crafted and regularly maintained, and can last up to 20 years. Installing a 5-foot-high, 109-yard steel fence costs between $1,000 and $2,000. However, this is not a long-term solution to controlling the wild boar population. Because they are intelligent and highly adaptable animals, they can learn to overcome fences. To control the significant increase in wild boar populations, Canadians have found trap nets to be more effective than installing fences. In Canada, the use of trap nets has reduced the wild boar population by 90% within 5 years. To prevent ecosystem imbalance, the Canadian government has implemented policy requirements related to the use of trap nets. Hunters must have all necessary licenses, including a wild boar hunting license, a firearm possession license, a trapping license, and hunting insurance. The wild boar hunting license allows for the hunting of up to 100 wild boars per year. If hunters lack any of these 4 licenses, they are not permitted to participate and may face severe legal penalties if they violate the regulations. To hunt wild boars, setting up a net trap must be done precisely using a tape measure. Net traps are usually round, with a distance of about 10 feet from the center post to the stakes where the net is attached. A net trap consists of approximately 10 to 12 stakes, made from iron or sturdy metal to ensure durability. Placing the stakes at the correct intervals and distances helps the net to be evenly stretched and secure, increasing the effectiveness of trapping wild boars. The net material is made of polypropylene, which has good tensile strength, preventing wild boars from escaping and damaging the net. This ensures that the net trap will operate efficiently and last long in harsh environments. According to reports, wild boars are often attracted to specific scents, and one of the most effective baits is a mixture of corn, gelatin jello, and yeast. This bait has a characteristic fruity smell and sour taste. To prepare the bait, a 5-gallon bucket is used, into which the corn is added first, followed by the gelatin and yeast, then filled with water until it is about 1 inch above the corn. This mixture needs to ferment for about a week, ideally in the sun, to release a scent that attracts wild boars. You can add milk to increase the sourness, but it is not necessary. This method is not only effective but also cost-effective, helping people attract wild boars easily. Traps work by using a complex net system to capture wild boars. When hunters set up this trap, they need to ensure it's placed where wild boars frequently pass through, such as flat terrain with abundant food sources. As the wild boar approaches the trap and ventures inside to search for food, a secondary mesh, arranged in an arc shape beneath the main net and in contact with the ground, creates a false escape route for the boar. Once the boar is ensnared in the mesh system, it cannot escape from the trap. The more the boar struggles to escape, the tighter the net becomes. After setting the trap, hunters need to check regularly for 1 to 3 days to see if any wild boars have been caught. This checking period is important to ensure wild boars are not trapped for too long, avoiding stress or injury to them. A Canadian hunter recalled that each time he set a trap, he could catch from 50 to 100 wild boars. The largest boar he caught weighed about 250 pounds. Trapping wild boars at night is a highly effective strategy in Canada. Compared to daytime traps, nighttime traps can increase catch rates by up to 50%. This significant difference is due to boars being more active and less alert in low light conditions. Due to the circular mesh trap design, there is no escape door to move the wild boars out. Canadian hunters use guns to knock them down to prevent the wild boars from escaping during the collection process. After that, the captured wild boars will be transported to the authorities for processing and population control. Under hunting and trapping regulations, hunters are prohibited from euthanizing pregnant sows and nursing piglets. Violation of this regulation carries a fine of up to $5,000 USD. To transport captured wild boars to local authorities, large trucks are used because of their ability to move over rough terrain in the jungle. Each truck can hold from 50 to 100 wild boars, helping to maximize the efficiency of each hunting trip. Local people will save time and effort transporting wild boars out of traps. During a wild boar collection trip, a maximum of 2 to 3 hunters are needed to avoid wild boar attacks. If you find the Canadian people's method of setting traps effective, please comment number 1 below. Thank you for watching the entire video on how to deal with Canada's 8.9 million wild boars. Please share the video for your family to have good luck. Don't take your eyes off the screen. Join me in watching the next video.
It is not known whether the man was in any danger by greeting a kangaroo in this way, but it certainly has consequences when it appears unexpectedly on the road. Drivers should slow down to 35 miles per hour to ensure a timely response. Many people think that a car is bigger than a wild boar and that sitting in it is safe, but that is not the case. A collision with a wild boar can leave you feeling a strong shock from broken glass, damaged suspension, and even severe injuries. Horseback riding is common in Wyoming. The video shows a driver slamming on the brakes on a slippery road after hitting a horse. Such irresponsible behavior requires stronger measures to protect the public. A flock of more than 50 ducks caused a traffic jam that stopped hundreds of cars for hours. If a farmer fails to control his flock, the fine can be up to $500 per violation in Texas. Black bears in Alaska end their hibernation around April to May. During this time, they often emerge from their dens and begin searching for food.
Oh my God!
People should limit their speed when traveling through forested areas in the morning and evening when black bears tend to be most active. In 1990, cattle ranching was not strictly controlled as people continued to graze the cattle indiscriminately. Cattle ranching brought in $2,500 per animal, but a collision could damage a car and affect people's health. Herding ducks on the streets of Bideford is strictly prohibited due to the high traffic density. If the vehicles in the video had not been moving slowly, the series of collisions would have occurred. There were no streetlights or barriers, and the driver suddenly collided with a kangaroo. If it were you, would you be able to handle the situation calmly? Protect yourself by observing and focusing on driving. The deer jumped up to 8 feet high. I thought the worst could happen. Luckily, the car in front avoided it this time, but always be alert because luck may not happen again. Black bears are often unaware of road hazards during breeding season as they are more mobile in search of food. Drivers should honk their horns to warn others and should not get out of their vehicles to chase them away as bears may attack if they feel threatened. You can tell by the sound of the car going by at 114 mph that he was going too fast. This caused him to run into a deer unexpectedly. Luckily, the car had a front bumper that reduced the damage and he got out of the situation safely. Australia's biggest race, the Bathurst 1000, was marred by a collision with a kangaroo. This was the result of poor race management, and the organizers need to make changes to their safety management. When encountering a moving car, rams often attack. You should back up instead of moving forward to avoid a dangerous situation and give the ram enough space to move out of the way. Even if you collide with a small wild boar, the car's cabin will be damaged. Have you ever had this unexpected encounter? And gay. States like West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Michigan frequently have collisions with deer at night. Especially during their mating season from October to December. They caused $3,000 to $7,000 damage to vehicles. A family road trip turned chaotic when a 1,200-pound moose ran onto the highway. Luckily, no one was injured in the crash. Drive slowly in forested areas during winter and pay attention to warning signs. A bus speeding down the highway at more than 50 miles per hour in Colorado this morning encountered an unexpected passenger like a baby deer that darted across the road. The case reminds all motorists to wear seatbelts, even on short trips, to reduce injuries. In suburban Texas, where streetlights are scarce and feral hogs are among the top 3 most densely populated areas in the United States, the lack of visibility has led to drivers losing control of their vehicles. The importance of government visibility in installing streetlights could reduce accidents by 30%. Is installing a 12-foot fence effective in preventing kangaroos from jumping onto highways? What other places outside of Australia have kangaroo traffic collisions? Another collision captured on dashcam has been released after a deer jumped through the windshield of a Riptor bus. The uninvited passenger surprised many people on the bus, but no one was injured, because the deer's attack path had no one sitting there. The incident happened so suddenly that the farmer lost more than 50 sheep in just a few seconds. This raises questions about whether the sheep farmer was aware of the great danger that always lurks on the highway. Many people wonder why there is a fence installed on this road and why the cow is here. If you have any information about this incident, please comment below. If you regularly drive through sheep farming areas, it is a good idea to slow down to at least 45 miles per hour at night. Slowing down gives you a chance to react quickly to situations. Be cautious when traveling through the woods during the winter, as black bears are known to forage for food near the Smoky Mountains. Their movements are unpredictable, so limit your travel to ensure your safety. The impact was so loud, I think the car owner must have spent a lot of money on repairs. I think the horse racing trophy was his, but just a collision on the track made him not finish the race. I also don't understand why that car was placed there. Are the lessons and solutions to wildlife collisions in these 40 moments appropriate? If you have new measures, please comment below to build a safe community. Comment number 1 if you find this video inspiring. Thank you for watching the whole video and see you again.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.